Hello, everyone, and good morning to you. Welcome to another video tutorial on the US oil. And in this video, I will be sharing with you what my expectations are for this week. In fact, I have fresh new structures I'm eager to share with you as we look forward to taking advantage of trading opportunities lining up for us this week. Well, before I go into the details here, I want to share with you that this is going to be a follow-up video to my previous analysis. During the course of last week, we were able to make over close to 2,000 pips on the US oil. Remember, as we saw at the beginning of the week when price action was caught between the $72.15 level and the $71.50 area, where we were looking out for signal either in the form of a breakout or a breakdown of this channel. And in fact, we took advantage of this first sell momentum that happened at the beginning of the week before we started seeing buying pressure right around the $70.50 level. And I told us guys that we should be preparing ourselves to join the bullish momentum at the breakout of the $72.15 level. And this is exactly what happened here, and price continued to the upside. So we enjoyed the bullish momentum with multiple entries, as you see how we added more position to our existing trade as price action moved to the 72, is it $77.50 level before we started seeing selling pressure at that particular point in time. And that was how that last week went by. So if you want to see or go into details on how we took advantage of every of this opportunity, I will be dropping the link right in the comment section of this video for reference purposes. So, with that being said, let's quickly dive into the current structure. And here on the daily time frame, well, I would like to refresh our memory from a long-term perspective here on the daily time frame. As you can see here, remember we had this bullish trend line figured out sometime in the early month of this year. And as a result of this, we had this bullish trend line figured out at this particular point in time. However, the most important structure here is somewhere around the $93.50 level and the $77 area. And as you can see here in the last couple of months, price action has been caught within a consolidation phase, hereby emphasizing the indecision that is in this market within the $93.50 level and the $78 area. However, a couple of weeks ago, we saw the breakdown of this demand zone, which gave us a signal that there is a tendency that price might likely continue to the downside. And as a result of this, we took advantage of this move. And at the beginning of last week's trading session, we were expecting three possible scenarios that might likely happen here. That is, price might reject this level in such a way that price comes back into the 70, 80, $85 level area. Remember, an area which was broken last month to the downside. And from a technical standpoint, whenever we have a breakdown of structure like this, there is a tendency that price might likely come back to do a retest of that structure, probably with an intention of crashing further to the downside or probably breaking out of that structure to incite another wave of bullish momentum. So last week trading session, we took advantage of the trading opportunity right above the $72.15 level. We took price and price came back into the demand zone area. So now the question going into the new week right now is that is price going to continue to the upside back into doing a retest of the $85 level, an area which was broken last month? Or are we going to be seeing a situation where, since the breakdown of this demand zone, price is coming back to do a retest of that structure to incite another wave to the downside? So these are the things we are going to be looking at as we head into the new week. But let's scale down to a little bit a lower time frame, like the 4 hours time frame, and we get down there, things become a little bit clearer. So scaling down to the 4 hours time frame, this was what I was able to identify here on the 4 hours time frame. So let me zoom this out a little bit so we can see things more clearly. So we have a couple of structures here which I shall be using as a yardstick for my trading activities for this week. Now, if you look at what we have here from an holistic point, you can see that we had the sell supply zone at the $92 level at the beginning of the month of October. And since then, we have been witnessing selling pressure around that area, which further led to the breakdown of the $83 level here during the mid month of November. And since the breakdown of the $83 level here, we have been witnessing selling pressure right below that structure. Remember this level prior to the breakdown, this level had been a strong demand niche for participants in this market. And since the breakdown happened here, we have been witnessing selling pressure from that area. In matter of fact, at the beginning of this month, we saw another selling pressure as soon as price got into the $83 level. We saw our sellers continue to reject every buying attempt to break out of the $83 level to further emphasize the strength of the sellers at this particular point in time. And with the current structure we have here, we saw our price action has transitioned into a descending channel, as you can see here, after connecting the series of lower lows and lower heights. I was able to um, figure out this descending channel here. Now, things got a little bit interesting during the course of last week trading session here. So I would like to zoom in so that we can see what I'm talking about here. So we saw our price action dropped from the $83 level at the beginning of this month into the $70.50 level during the course of last week trading session, where we started seeing buy pressure coming from that area. Now, prior to this impulsive move to the downside, if you look at the structure here in the month of November, we saw our price respected that support level of that descending channel. We saw the same thing happen here on the last day of the month of November, lining up exactly with the $74 level. But right here last week, price was unable to come back and retest that structure, giving me a clue that buyers are likely coming in at this particular point in time. So going into the new week, I have a couple of structures here which I will be using as my yardstick going forward. Now, as buy pressure resumed here last week above the $70.50 level, a move which we actually took advantage of last week, there is a tendency that price might continue to the upside in such a way that it respects the $74 level area. Buy pressure above the structure, break out of the resistant level of the descending channel, a retest of structure, more buying pressure to further um, give us an opportunity to add more position to our existing trade. So we are at an equilibrium at this particular point in time where the current structure here has a tendency of going bullish and at the same time has a tendency of going bearish. So I just shared with you what my expectations would be like if I'm looking out for buying opportunities. As I said earlier, I will be looking forward to price respecting this temporary bullish one more time, finding buy pressure right above that structure on my lower time frame. And if price breaks out of the resistant level of that descending channel, we look out for further buy pressure. Then we want to be adding more position to our existing trade. However, if price breaks down the $74 level here, which also shares a confluence with the bullish trend line that you can see here, then I will likely be seeing this as a bearish signal where selling pressure below the structure, below the $74 area on my lower time frame will give me a leverage to join the decline to the downside, further respecting that descending channel one more time. So these are the scenarios I will be looking forward to as we head into the new week. You will agree with me that we are at a very critical point in this market right now, right around the $74 area, where we shall be looking out for our participants in this market will be relating to the structure here in order to make a decision for the week. So be rest assured that I will be jumping in right in the comment section of this video during the early hours of the week after monitoring our participants in this market will be relating to this current structure. I hope this video has been of immense help in making your own personal decision on the US oil. And if it did, kindly support this project by clicking the like button. Don't forget to follow me on my TradingView platform spelled DARCSHERRY so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share right in the comment section of all of my videos. Thank you for watching this video and I look forward to seeing you right here in the comment section as usual. Do have a wonderful day. Bye bye.